Hi, hello! So, in case you don't know, hi, I'm Ophelia and I like creating stuff, and one of the things I like to create are clothes. I like designing my clothes. Sadly, I don't know how to sew yet. My mom is helping me with this part, but the process of designing and coming up with ideas is something that really fascinates me. It fascinated me since I was a little girl, so I've already done a video like this, and since you guys liked it, I decided to share this journey with you guys as well. So just a little story time, in case you don't know. I think I mentioned it in the past. My great-grandma and my grandma were tailors. It was their profession and they were actually very good at it. They were critically acclaimed and they had a reputation of being really good at their job. My grandma in particular was very good, that she had a lot of friends, relatives asking her to make stuff for them, fix them or create them from scratch, and because she was super nice, she did it without asking for money, which is a super nice move, but it was very tiring at some point for her, so she gave an advice to my mom not to become a tailor or not to learn how to sew professionally, because a lot of people are gonna just ask for your help all the freaking time, and yeah, it's your choice if you wanna charge them or not, but I guess if you want to be nice because they're your friends or family, you don't. But at the same time, if a lot of people know about this, it can become a problem and it's a weird place. I don't know what I would do if I was in a situation like this, honestly, because of course I value my work and the time I put into it, but I wouldn't feel okay to charge a friend or a family member. But I don't know. So yeah, anyway, my mom grew up observing her mom work, and so she learned how to sew properly, not professionally. It's not her profession, but yeah, she knows how to sew very well. While I was growing up, she used to sew things for me, for my dolls and things like that, and we were sort of collaborating. I really loved drawing, and I was like, yeah, mom, can you make me this? And it started from dolls' clothes, and right now me and my mom, we're actually wearing stuff that she made, she sewed. In my opinion, the hardest part about sewing is measuring and cutting, not like the actual process of sewing, of putting, you know, the thread into the needle. That's just time consuming and boring. Some people find it therapeutic, but if you have to make a whole, like, let's say dress, it's gonna be boring, so a sewing machine is just so helpful for that. But yeah, in my case it's both. I don't know how to measure and cut stuff, and I don't know how to sew properly that the cloth afterwards doesn't fall apart. So yeah, I came up with this idea to make another fairy dress for photography. This time I was inspired by these wings that a very nice shop on Etsy sent me. Their name is Costurero Real. It's based in Spain. It makes these beautiful fantasy-like capes and wings, and since I love moths, I got these, you can't even see it right now, but yeah, I got these wings from them. Perfect if you wear them on their own, but I really like to push myself and do something extra for my photos, so I decided to make a dress inspired by this color. So the color palette is like white, beige, brown, light brown, black, things like that. And yeah, the next step was to find fabrics, colorful textures and things like that. And honestly, this is like the easiest part for me, because for some reason our house is filled with fabrics, like tons of fabrics, different textures, different colors, anything you can imagine. I don't know where my mom finds these. She's currently knitting and doing crochet, and she uses them to fill the little dolls, but there are way too many, and I legit think that trolls and little fairies are leaving this fabric on our doorstep. They just keep on popping up in places in our house. Like you open a closet and you see fabric, you find fabric between cushions and things like that. So yeah, I just started finding all the fabrics, like picking the right colors I wanted that matched my vision. And we ended up choosing a lot of different pieces that we were gonna sew together just on the top so that the bottom is flowy and gives movement to the dress. And we sewed so many pieces that the dress, like the skirt part of the dress now, it's actually pretty heavy, but I love it. So here's the final result. I suck at explaining this because honestly I don't know how the process goes down every time. I just know that this piece is gonna go next to this piece, and yeah, the hardest part about this I guess is the waist with the elastic band. The previous dress I showed you, it had just one elastic band on the waist and one on the top here so that it stays on cleavage area and then on the waist area, but this dress is just the waist. We're gonna do the part on top after I find the final look, because I have a vision right now in my mind, but I'm not sure how I want it yet, but I'm gonna explain that afterwards. So here's the dress part. My mom sewed 2 elastic bands, one here, as you can see, and one here. I think that the only reason she did this was because she ran out of like thick elastic bands, so she put 2 little ones, but that's just optional. You can put 1 little one, 1 thick one, it's the same. It's just, it stays on the waist, it's like this, and as you can see there's so many fabrics that go here, and this makes it like a 18th century kind of dress because the different coloration goes here in the middle, so it's like, I'm gonna wear it afterwards so you can see how it looks. And yeah, it's super long, and it has all these ends that they go out like this, so when you move it's flowy and it just dances with the wind, I guess. I think it looks cool if you put them side by side. It's a beautiful harmony. And yeah, now off to the top part. As I said, at the moment I haven't come up with what I want to do exactly on the top. Yeah, if you just want to find inspiration, this is something you guys ask me all the time, like where do you find inspiration for everything, not just clothes but also photography, artwork, everything. And the answer is simple. I'm not gonna be the first person who's gonna say this, but the answer is Pinterest. Pinterest is the holy grail of inspiration. It's good to use Pinterest for inspiration and not for copying or plagiarizing stuff. I'm gonna show you right now a mood board I found. Well, basically this is just, I googled fairy dress and these ideas came up, and I think I'm gonna go with this one. Not sure yet, because at the process of making it, it will become different and I may like it a bit differently, so it won't end up looking the same, which is good. We really want that. So yeah, that's the process of the dress so far. That's for day 1. I'm gonna catch up with you later when I have the top part, and I'm gonna wear it and show you how it looks, and then hopefully go out and take some photos. And yeah, that's it for now. I'll catch up with you later.
One eternity later.
Okay, so here is the final look. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! Okay, it looks very high fashion. Every designer left the room and laughed. Feeling the dress, it's definitely not high fashion quality. This is just curtain fabric, but it looks really good. It looks expensive and fancy. And on the previous video I made about the other dress, I got a lot of comments telling me that it's see-through, and I have to say, I know. The reason I made these dresses are they are used as costumes in photography and not to just wear them outside, so I don't mind them being see-through, because if I were to make a dress and wear it outside, I would have chosen linen as a fabric, which is really nice, pretty, but it doesn't do this. So this fabric is very flowy and it does this crazy movements, so this is why I prefer it. And yeah, I think this definitely looks like the Emperor Moth. It's inspired by it. It has some flowers here. It matches the way of the dress. So basically, this is just the skirt and the top, and the sleeves are detachable. We do this with my mom because we like using different pieces with other clothes. We also made a second pair of sleeves. These sleeves are more like princess locked in a castle, in a tower kind of vibe, not like the Moth princess vibe, but I like both of these looks, honestly. This has like Marie Antoinette kind of vibe. I really like how puffy they are. My mom can literally transform plain cotton fabric into these princess dresses, so yeah. I wish I would learn someday to sew like this. So yeah, this is basically the dress, and tomorrow I'm gonna go for a ride in the woods and take some cute pictures with it, and of course I'm gonna take you with me, and yeah, you're gonna see how the photos look, and you will be convinced that this may feel cheap and maybe see-through, but in a photo it looks really high fashion, expensive kind of clothing. Just trust me. So see you then.